Welcome, everybody. We are live and coming to you straight from, I'm at an undisclosed location, but we have a special live podcast to do right now, just sort of a informational thing because, some things happen and people have questions. Ovi, how are you doing today, brother?
Uh, Hanging there, like I said,
Yeah.
trying to, good, decent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, how are you describing what happened? When people ask you what happened, what do you say?
Angel failure, that's all. So,
But no, but I
eh,
mean, like, do you tell, is it okay to say like, hey, an accident happened?
I don't call it an accident necessarily because personally, the landing was good. As an emergency landing was good. I have to do a run on landing because I don't have enough energy on the props to flare. So I have to decide when I try to flare, I say I don't have enough. So I say, okay, I nudge forward and run on the street like a plane do, basically, right? So I landed like that, and I think if I had another 2 to 5 feet more from the slide, but unfortunately the roll head prop hit the pole, and that flipped me on the side, flipped the tail, and injured my shoulders, my back a little bit, the ribs, few cuts. I just realized I have a cut on the back. I don't even knew I have a cut on the back. I have a cut like a knee on the
well,
back too, so.
well, we've got a couple people watching right now. Jason, I know Jason. He, one of our good drivers. He says what everybody's thinking. Are you okay, boss? What do you say to that? Are you okay?
I'm still here paying the paychecks. You don't worry about
He's- you're- there will be more paychecks. well,
it. I still gotta receive paychecks.
well, it looks like you're having a little bit of difficulty with your internet connection, but I know that it's hard to come into the office and stuff like that with everything that's going on. But are you still? I guess people are wondering: is everything still a go for all the businesses and everything?
No way. I mean, everything is back to normal.
Oh, that was a tough one. And wait, wait, you're
Everything's just
breaking up
moving
there, boss.
forward. It's
You're breaking up. What was that? Uh oh. Okay, you're back. You're back.
Can you hear me
You
now?
there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
So what were you
You're
saying?
there.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that everything is back to normal, so nobody has to be worried about nothing. They just have to be worried, keep working, my people, and do what they do the best. And I did what I did the best, and I landed safe. I mean, at least in one piece. And moving on. That's it.
Hey.
Yeah, it's no problem. I mean, people they have to stay calm, remain calm. Everything is all right.
Well, good. We all were concerned, and we're glad to see you in good spirits, and hopefully not too painful. We're praying for you, and thanking God that you're protected.
Well, it is painful. I just came today from the doctor for the shoulder, and they told me that clavis is dislocated. Move like about half inch to 1 inch, and
The
for right
the
now for
clavicle.
clavicle, yeah, moved up, and they said they cannot push it back. They said I have to wait 6 to 8 weeks, and after that I gotta go back. If everything is fine, then start the physiotherapy and all that stuff. But if not, you're gonna have probably to do surgery. We'll see. I mean, now you know how it is. You feel very sore in all the muscles, the ribs, the back. You got on the right side, it's pretty smashed. But hey, I landed safe. I don't kill nobody.
It's better than the alternative, huh?
Well, think about it, that 95% of the cases in this kind of situation from that altitude end up with pilot dead or passenger deads or people on the road deads, so somebody up there loves me, definitely is no question asked. Plus the training I received, it says that, it say what you could see, that I did it safely, put it this way. So
yeah,
it was, definitely an engine failure. Investigation is ongoing right now, so FAA, NTSB, all of them, they're all over the places. My lawyers are all over the places right now. They handling all this, so yep. And for my enemies, unfortunately for them, I have one more life.
Well, from your friends and family, I think Jason says it again. Glad you're okay, he says, and we're all super glad you're okay. Your enemies may not be.
Definitely no.
I always say, huh?
Probably was a line of the church of people praying for me to die, from those enemies, but hey, God loves you more than they do, so.
Oh, mercy. Well, I always say, Ovi, he either has real good friends or real bad enemies. There's no in between.
There's no, that middle way doesn't exist here, So, but you know how it is, Judah. Obviously, I hope, I'm trying to believe that nobody wished me to die,
No.
But even if they wish it, I don't give a crap, to be honest with you. Well, you never know in these days, but what I'm saying, even if they wish it, I really don't give a crap. I mean, I got somebody out there who loves me, I got my people, I've got my employees who, are like family for me, and, everything goes forward. My mind, when that happened is just land safe, don't kill nobody, you'll be all right. It's a very tough maneuver. I can tell it was a really tough maneuver. I mean, normally you see your life in front of you before something happened, I didn't have time to see my life going through. I just see a spot, I watch there, and I just roll up there,
Well, it seems to me like we've talked before about your photographic memory, and I think that's really what came into play. Again, the thing that I think is really part of this is your photographic memory came to help you, and you just remembered everything that the instructor had said when this sort of thing happens and what to do, and you were able to work through it.
Well, you have to understand, I had only probably like 1 second, I can say, to enter in that auto rotation, which is one of the emergency procedures. I had really 1 second. So when I heard the engine revving, and then I see that everything died, and the noise of the engine, I just enter without even thinking nothing else. I say I gotta get down. I scan the area with one time, and I see the car stop. I see where I go, and straight ahead. I didn't even have time to think something else. I mean, I don't know how I made it. If you ask me how, definitely God helped me, but experience talking, I can say I have I will never compare with a guy who has 10,000 hours of experience. It's impossible. But definitely, I did it super good. I mean, with all modesty, for me, it's because when I'm saying it's good, it's not crashing the helicopter. That's nuts and bolts. I care less about that. I care about lives, so nobody got hurt.
And nobody got hurt. You didn't land on anybody. It's amazing. You landed on
one pole. I mean, a freaking metal. That's all.
I have. Is it okay if I show some pictures from online?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we've got. This is what's left. This is the plane crash site. The helicopter crash site. Obviously, what I'm amazed at is that this is on Palatine Road, right?
No, Milwaukee and Palatine.
Milwaukee.
Right at intersection, yeah.
Okay, yeah, right at that intersection. That's usually a really busy intersection. I guess this time of day there was just not very many people there. You found the spot where to land, huh?
It was very busy, in that morning. I mean, it was the rush hour. Basically, it was 6:40, when people go to work. But I told you what I did. I was on top of the forest, so going left or forward was forest. That means dead. You die. Landing on the forest from that altitude, no way you're gonna survive. You're gonna fall from the trees. With the chopper. Then on the right side, between the street and the forest, was the river, which I was thinking to go on the river. The first impression, my mind was go on the river, but then I say nope, because you have stones at the bottom. You don't know how you land. So I say okay. So I thought while I was scanning the image, from like straight ahead toward the right hand, I see the intersection empty because the cars was sitting on the stoplight. I assume it was a stoplight because it was a line of cars, sitting there to the stoplight for the northbound, while the southbound was going. So I said, even if they got green, they will not have it. They will not be able to get to me faster than I do, because I had only 4 or 5 seconds, top.
That's good.
So that's what
smart though, to think ahead like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So as soon as I entered in that auto rotation, my head was just moving, spinning, and I said, okay, there is it. The only place you can land on that street. Now my question was, I land northbound or southbound? The best thing was to land southbound or over the cars, but I would have made it. For that altitude, I did not have enough energy to support me to glide over, So I decided to make a 180 between the poles, it was some electrical poles, so I decided to step, few poles towards south where I don't see the cables. So I went right there, and there I turned like 180 northbound, and I tried to flare. I see it's not going to work out, the flaring, because I have not enough energy to stop the chopper, So then what I did, I just pushed it back, nudged it, landed, on the. It stopped basically, but it did not cushion. So what I did, I said, okay, I'm going to slide into, on the ground. So it was like a roll-on landing. It was like I was teach for emergencies. This is one procedure which I can tell 90% probably of the instructors will not teach you, or they teach my instructor.
You're breaking up a little bit there. What was that about your instructor?
I said that my instructor, Bill, from Lakeshore Helicopter from Kenosha, is one of the best instructors in the country. I put my hands for it, So all his training was not how you fly. It was how you fly, but 80%, 75% was save your life and other people's lives. It was like that was what his goal. And definitely, all that training I received, you could say it. That turn to do it over there, I was probably 200 to 300 feet. And I was probably 40 to 50 knots top. I didn't have time to be faster, because I had to take from the south of the airport, from the ramp, I had to take a max performance takeoff in order to go over the Palatine, which is the bridge there. So as soon as I went over, the engine started revving. So I was probably 40 to 50 knots. And the book says you have to be 60 knots, already, to have the altitude or to be able to turn, to be into the auto rotation. So, or 500 feet, So I was into the diagram from the book, from the POH, pilot operation book. I was actually into the diagram, which I was not supposed to be able to do that. That's how I see it,
Wow.
No speed, So
all these calculations were going through your head at light speed while you had like seconds to make a decision.
You know what? I think so. I clipped one time only. Honestly, that's all I did.
You only had like one time to blink. That's how fast it went.
That's how personally I remember. I blinked one time after I see the engines going down, and right before I scanned, I clipped one time, and the second time I clipped one when I say, okay, I'm stopped. I'm almost stopped. So I clipped, to relax my, not to relax my eyes, but I just clipped, and that time it's when I just wake up on the ground. As soon as the prop hit the pole, it's unbelievable the force you get thrown on the ground. I never believed that the chopper, which is already on the ground, almost stopped, the prop spinning, which it's spinning just from the energy, not from the engine spinning, throw me to the ground. I was like, I never knew where I'm at. When I was done, I said, what the heck going on? So my first thing was like, twist my seat because I have a good seatbelt, 5 points, and crack the windshield, get to the windshield out,
Because
it was cracked a little bit, so I just pushed it hard.
Yeah, I mean, if you see that's what I was wondering is like, how did you get out of this? When you look at the picture, did you get up out of I guess the top, huh? You just punched the door open or something?
No. The pilot in the helicopter stay on the right side. It's not like on the planes or on the cars. The pilot stay on the right side. So I hit the ground with my shoulder. Now I don't know if I hit the ground or I hit the door jam or whatever I hit, but I was under the chopper basically, So what I did, I exit through the front of it, through the windscreen,
Oh, you kicked the windshield out. Okay.
It was cracked, right? It hit the curve over there, so it cracked, and then I just hit it with the foot, I got the cut. I don't know if the cut from the foot was from there. I don't even remember because at that point my mind was get out fast before getting fire, because I don't know if the got on fire or not. When you're there, I was already completely disoriented when I was down, So I just get out. Yeah, I went to the concrete barrier. Was some people over there, who was really nice and helpful. Are you okay? Don't move. I said I'm good. Don't worry. I felt my shoulder, leaning. I mean, it was a pain, into my shoulder. But I took right away the phones and the tablet, which is I had the phones. I had to call, police or whatever. I don't know. I honestly, realistically, was that was. And then I was looking to the helicopter and says, "What the heck happened?"
Which is probably just like shock.
Yeah, I did not even realize that it's crashed until I went out of the chopper. Until then, my mind was, you have to land safe. You make sure you don't hit nobody. Make sure you don't kill nobody. Focus to don't kill somebody. Because, so what if I'm alive if I kill somebody else? I mean,
oh my God.
Yeah, it's because you're alive, but, you kill somebody. No matter if it was not from your fault or whatever it was from, it was like the guilt you will live with that, hey, somebody died because of your freaking chopper.
Yeah.
So...
Well, when you were flying, is this pretty much what you looked like? You didn't? Did you have to have a helmet or just that thing?
No, you don't have to have a helmet, but definitely on the new chopper, I'm gonna have helmet for every single passenger and including me, because I hit my head on the right side too a little bit. I feel the pain, but I mean, but it was not hard because I don't know how realistic I hit it, because I told you I started feeling my shoulder when I was out of the chopper. I think so. The adrenaline to get out was way much higher than all the pain I had. And when I was, I went where was the guy in the blue shirt is,
Yeah.
And that's why I looked to my chopper. I said, how the heck this happened? I mean, like really 2 to 5 feet to be complete stop with a full chopper intact and a perfect, landing, but. Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're alive.
Thing happened for a reason. I'm not upset. I was initially very upset on the fact that, I mean, the whole day yesterday, my mind was, okay, save people. I did a great job. I saved my life. I did awesome. But how come I could not land it safe?
Yeah.
But then when I talked to other pilots and they told me to, Ovi, you did great. I mean, in my mind was, what I did great. I trashed the chopper, That's not great. I mean, in my opinion, great means perfect,
Yeah.
So, but then they explained to me, and I talked to other pilots too, and actually the pilots from American Airlines called me too, some group of pilots, and they told me that, what, dude, you did one of an amazing job. I mean, you land from 200 feet, 300 feet, you landed without to hurt nobody and not hurting yourself and get up from the chopper just with the shoulder. I said, dang, you are good. I said, well, then I start getting my vibe that, okay, man, I did okay, so.
Well, congratulations on navigating down and protecting people, protecting your senior.
You are on mute. You put yourself on mute. Now.
Hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, the helicopter can be replaced, but all lives are you're still with us. Nobody hurt, so we praise God for that.
Absolutely. I mean, as I told you, I want to thank God, for helping me and give me, I don't know what to say, that concentration and that this experience, I take it as a blessing. Devil want me dead, but God didn't let him do that. So I don't care what the devil wants to do. As long as God is on my side. I don't care about my enemies. I've got a bunch of enemies. I can name them Morton Grove, blah blah blah. I bet they say, man, this guy didn't die. Nope, we still go forward. So, yeah, but definitely was God hands. I want to thank through the media. I want to thank a lot to Bill from Lakeshore Helicopter, which is the owner of Lakeshore Helicopter School. One of the greatest, I told you, instructor in my opinion. For me, it's in the world. Saved my life. What I was taught, and I told you, if somebody tells, he's one of the only instructor in America who's doing full touchdown, auto rotation, which is the emergency procedure I just did. Full touchdown, which most of them they don't do that. I did it, with him, and we did it multiple times. Putting his helicopter to stress, and which most instructors doesn't want to do that, to have their choppers or equipment so beat up, and he did it, and did it for saving lives. And you can see the results, and definitely
it worked.
He had definitely had a big role in all this. As I told you, it's definitely not my merits. It's not my how to say, the pilot, experience and blah blah blah. It's definitely, I don't even think about it. It was God merit, and then was instructor merit, which put all this into me, and then God opened me my eyes and then to land into the right place. As I told you, a helicopter is just a piece of metal with nuts, bolts, engine, and whatever crap it's over there. I don't care about the light pole. I don't care about the chopper. I don't care about insurance, whatever they want to say. You got paid, you pay it. I care about people's lives, and everybody should be happy that nobody get hurt, including me. For people who are happy for me, so nobody get hurt, and was a good ending. I call it this. It was a good ending.
Amen. Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming on, and I just felt like some people wanted to see that you're okay, and a lot of people saw you on the news, and so I'm glad you're okay, and I just wanted to show other people you're okay, and sort of hear your side of the story of what happened. You can also Google. All I did was put helicopter crash, and it was the first one that came up on Google. So
well, the thing is, because the news, the news was like flooding me, in the first day, and
exhausting. Yeah,
I love it. And I tell you, listen, guys, I want to give just one guy or two guys max. And I did to WGN initially because WGN was the chopper. I was actually talking with the pilot from that chopper when I took off, and he was coming in and I was going out. So he was very close by me when I called Mayday, going down. So I have respect. He's a pilot, so I want to give them the first interview, obviously. But definitely, was like. All kind of stories there, like, oh, he was hitting a pole while he was going down, or he hit a tail, or I want to tell everybody, was not that. The chopper landed perfectly, it was no issues. It was like a normal, an emergency procedure. It was not a normal landing, obviously. You can call it a normal landing, but it was an emergency procedure with, perfect synchronization to get down to the ground and slide and everything. Unfortunately, with a ugly ending, hitting a pole. But again, in my opinion, it was a happy ending, not hurting nobody. Put it this way.
Okay. All right. Well, once again, thanks for coming on, and thank you everybody for. Jason's he's passed it already. He says he's back to business. Is the engine still good? Can we put it? Can we put the helicopter engine in my Volvo? He wants to know.
Well, listen to me. The engine failed, so. We have some reason why the engine failed. We know. I'm not gonna say nothing. We let the
investigation, right?
It's under investigation, But Jason, I'm not gonna put the engine gonna be broke down, Then you're gonna call me that you need a road service, buddy. Who's gonna be.
You don't need that.
Alan is next to me here, so Alan is gonna be the one who has to answer on the call, or Eddie Judah,
All right. Well, thanks so much, boss, and we'll check in with you later. See how the recovery is going. It looks like you're doing great.
Thank you so much, and thank you to all my people, for praying for me and for doing a great job. Even if I'm or not into the office or hurt or not hurt, appreciate that. You guys are, bye.
Yeah. All right. Bye. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.